to episode 43 of Dispersing the Cloud. This is my third non-live broadcast. You guys will see these a couple months after I'm done here. Right now, we are in November. We're in November. I will probably most likely post, let me merge here without killing myself. I will probably most likely post my first live video of 2018 somewhere around February. Giving myself a little break from, say, the public eye. I am by no means famous, but social media makes us all famous in its own sense of our everyday lives are posted and people get to see into it. There's goods and bads that come with that. I am on my third week of a social media fast. I'm just trying to get away from putting everything out there for a couple different reasons. One, it's good to separate yourself from the allure of social media. And two, sometimes it's good to just not have all your business in the street, so to speak. And I'm taking advantage of two different things when it comes to that. So this week, if you watched the episode 42 before this one, then you will know that I didn't read a book this week. This was the first week that I did not read a book, and I still did a bunch of learning. I had to take my HAZWAPER certification online course, which was 40 hours. So I didn't read a book because most books that I read are 10 hours of listening and learning. And 40 hours was a ridiculous amount of listening and learning. So I did not do any reading. HAZWAPER is basically a certification that you need to work on hazardous waste sites. The fires up in Sonoma technically are considered hazardous waste sites because of people's chemicals in their houses and all the above. So I'm going to be doing that I'm actually supposed to start on Monday next week. So I'm sorry, not Monday of next week. I'm supposed to start not on this Monday coming up, but the following Monday. I think it's the 20th of November. So that's when I'm supposed to start. We'll see if that actually works out. But my HAZWAPER training is nearly complete. I got a couple more lessons to knock out. Basically just learning about hazardous waste chemicals and how not to die when you're working next to them. Not super exciting stuff. I know I've been talking a lot about staying the course. This is actually pretty awesome. So I talk a lot about The Alchemist. It's one of my favorite books about chasing your own personal legend and chasing a dream of being able to play music full time. I've been able to do that for 3 years, and it has been sustaining me, but it's not flourishing me. And I need to take a step back from that so I can get out of a little bit of a hole that I put myself in, and then get back to business as usual when it comes to music. So I don't know how long that's going to take me, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, just make some money real quick and get back to it. The nice thing about this, and a lot of people that I talk to don't really understand this, making money in a normal job is one of the most brainless, easiest things to do. To go work for somebody and make 50 to 60 grand a year does not take, I feel like it doesn't take any mental capacity at all. You just work, do what you're told, complete your tasks. It's like school. I just did the majority of my HAZWAPER training. It's just brainless stuff. You just take notes and you do the work, and you make sure you do good work, and you get paid for it, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. There really is nothing more to it. I'm not a huge fan of it for that very reason. It's brainless. So it's going to be really easy for me to just stop doing what I'm doing, go work for a little bit, and make some money, and then get back to the things that I want to do. Doing your own thing is 10 times harder than it was when I ran a sales team. That felt easy. Making your own way feels impossibly hard and taxing. So I'm feeling pretty jazzed up about just having a normal job and letting my other stuff just sit for a couple months, and it's going to give me a huge break. And ironically, I'm going to make some good cash in the meantime doing it. So I'm jazzed about that. On a different note, the process during this has been a little bit of both. I mean, clearly, I'm bummed that I have to take a break. I don't want to take a break from the things that I love to do. But I brought up The Alchemist because in the story The Alchemist, he actually gets robbed, and he has to work for a glass maker for a couple years, and he stays the course. You just stay the course with what you know you have to do to accomplish the huge goals that you have, and then once you get yourself out of the pickle, you get back to doing the things that you want to do. So like I said last week, I'm making some big moves here in the next 3 months with the cash that I'm getting from this construction job. I'm going to be making some pretty big moves, big changes coming up. Again, I don't want to say too much too soon before, not this if you're watching this live, but I don't want to say too much too soon because it's not all set in stone, but some things they feel like they're coming together. I have my doubts. This week has been filled with doubts when things don't work out the way that you are planning them. But I'm hoping that there's a breakthrough, or there is some motion on some moves that I'm making. The nice thing is I do have a lot more confidence in the things that I am pursuing, because I have read so much and learned so much in the last year. It's been very nice and comforting to know that my level of information is much higher than the people that are around me. I've noticed a lot of people mentioning books, like, oh, I'm reading this book right now, and I really like this author, and I've been able to just chime right in with, oh yeah, I've read that book. I like this part of the book. What'd you think about this? And you should check out this other book. That's been pretty freaking awesome that I've been able to do that and feel like I have input and value to give other people who are doing the same thing, reading and trying to grow. So that's pretty fantastic. That's going on. This is probably going to be a very short video just because I don't have a bunch of quotes for you guys and a bunch of stuff coming up. Next week, I'm headed to Missouri again to do some recording. Another session with Red Pill Studios that I'm extremely happy with. They're recording Secrets. I will probably release Secrets before I'm back on social media. Secrets will probably come out mid-December. That's the current plan. So I'm jazzed about that. I also have another song that's supposed to release probably January. We're gonna do some recording on that while I'm in Missouri. It's called I'm on Your Side, or On Your Side, or Piano Man. I'm not really sure what the title is yet, but I know it has direction. It kind of has a little flow to it. So that's going on right now. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got next week. Still trying to make some moves on the wedding planning business. I had my wedding planner quit. I've met with 3 other wedding planners. They all seem kind of promising, and I've met with some other girls to help me out with the flower club. If that dissipates, I think that'll be a good... I've learned a lot with the wedding planning business that I started Her Something Blue. One of the things that I learned is when you're helping someone, when you're trying to help someone, get out of the everyday grind, the everyday work, a 9 to 5. It is the hardest thing to do, to get someone to let go of that safety net. And there is a misconception on how much work it'll actually take to release yourself from that. It's an enormous amount of work. There are no weekends. There are no days off. There are no vacations. It doesn't exist, especially in the beginning. I haven't done a vacation in a really long time. And part of that is because, I'll quote Eric Thomas, I got a dream, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. I don't have time for vacation. I don't have time for sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm trying to make a dream come true right now. And it's very difficult to pull somebody along with you. That doesn't mean you don't try. I'm a firm believer that you still need to try to bring those people along with you. I think it's your responsibility to reach across the aisle and say, hey, I'm doing some crazy stuff. You want to come along with me? I think in the future, I will make sure that the project doesn't suffer if that person goes away. One of the things with the wedding planning business, I created that for someone, not for myself. And the idea was that they were going to handle the majority of it. And when things got tough, they went MIA on me. So it happens, and I have no ill will towards them whatsoever. I get it. It's freaking rough, man. There's nights that I've cried myself to sleep trying to make my dream come true. So I can definitely relate and sympathize and empathize, all the above, with people who are going through the same thing and trying to make their dreams come true as well. So no ill will, but I think some lessons were definitely learned for me in how to approach new businesses starting up, making sure that the people are bought in and sold out, maybe with a financial piece attached to it, maybe having them put up some of their own cash and to get things started rather than doing it all myself. That might be something. So and it wasn't a lot of cash, but just trying to get them a little more bought into the idea of making it a reality going forward. But the cool thing is businesses, it's a 90% fail rate. So even in the failures, you can't look at it. I mean, I made some money with it. My partner made some money with it. So it wasn't complete failure. It didn't grow. And it won't grow without someone fostering it. I don't have the time or the energy to do it. So it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens with it in the next couple months. But I'm actually hopeful for it. All that being said, next week, I'm hoping I get some news that kind of lightens my mood a little bit, gets me fired up. I'm still going through the thick of it. I keep mentioning deep waters, and the waters keep getting a little deeper. But sure enough, this kid can swim. So it's all gravy. Do not let fear stop you from accomplishing the things that you know in your heart to be true. if something is in your heart, it's there for a reason. God put it there for a reason. So don't ignore it, foster it, and help it grow. That's all I got for you guys this week. I will see you next week.